My first piece of advice would be to start your application early. And when you're tracking your experiences, try to update them monthly so you can go into your VMCAS easy. My next piece of advice would be focus on what you actually gain from your experiences, not just the hours behind them. For example, my time at the small ruminant unit has taught me that I thrive in unpredictability, but I can also handle stressful situations really well. And this has showed me that I want to go into large animal medicine and pursue more experiences like that. Schools, of course, look at GPA and your hours, but what really matters is what you did in those certain experiences. It's not enough to just say you shadowed something, but they want to hear what you did in your hands-on role. I also think that they want to see what you can actually handle in vet med. I highlight experiences like euthanasia, lambing, calving, and kidding to show that I've faced the tougher parts of it and I can actually stick with it. Finally, it's important to show range, but also direction in your all's experiences. I explored small animal, large animal, and research, but I made it clear in my application that my final goal is food animal medicine. My non-academic activities definitely helped me build skills that I'll use in vet med. Powerlifting taught me discipline and how to push through things like failure or mental fatigue, and especially while balancing school and work. And it showed me I can handle a super heavy course load. As an A&E coordinator for VetPack, I organized a large networking event and worked with a lot of different people, which really built my leadership skills and my communication skills. These experiences translate directly into vet med. When something like a farm call, you need to stay resilient, effectively lead, and communicate. I'd say that the most helpful resources I used were the systems I put in place and definitely the people I leaned on for my feedback. I think tracking all your hours in something like a Google Sheets with dates, supervisors, and what you actually learned on that day is super helpful and it would make your VMCAS filling it out a lot easier. For something like my personal statement, I had my research PI, Dr. Halloran, and a few other professionals just look at it and make sure it was clear and actually reflected who I am as a person and it wasn't fluff. For letters of recommendation, I asked veterinarians who I worked super closely with. I thanked them for their experience with me, and I made sure that they could actually speak to my specific growth and responsibilities I had with them.